Okay, just okay. All right, you can mute now. So I said we have a total time for the up U as 55 over 35. Sorry, the time taken for the up U is this. For the down U, we have it as this. Okay. So then the average speed for the entire journey. Since we are trying to get the average speed for the entire journey, so I'm going to take the total distance. I don't want to use another TD, whereas this one is already representing TD. That's why I use entire distance, okay, and the entire time. Okay, so for the entire distance now, it implies the distance for you to move from Oakland to Pinewood and from Pinewood back to Oakland. So what is the total distance there? That's 55 plus 55. Okay, and then the entire time taken for you to cover up for the up U and the down U should be this result and then this result. So I'll add them together. This is total, you add them together. So I want to solve this. That's my question. So if you want to do something like this inside that exam, or based on time, based on that kind of time, so it's better for you to use on-screen calculator. It's better you use it because you can't. If you want to find LCM from here, it take a lot of time. Even though if you use the butterfly shortcut method, it will take a lot of time because you use this to multiply 35, 35, 63, 63. So it's still the values are still large. So I want to press this at once using that on-screen calculator and see what we have. So we have 55 over 35 here. So I'm going to deal with this first using decimals. So I always like working with decimals. All right, 55 over 35. Let's see. So I would like to use this 55. Okay, can I start with okay? Just take note, please. For the on-screen calculator, you not say anything like this one. I'm not sure that you see something like this. I'm not sure. The only thing that you can actually see is just this button 7 up to AC up to equal to and 0. You might not see all this. Okay. So I didn't think this one is then I'll just open a bracket and I'll put 100, but I'm not sure that will work. So let's just go with the first part, which is 55 divided by. Can you remind me, please? Is that 35? 35, right? Are we still together? Can you guys hear me? Good. So then I have my final result. Hey, what's going on? Wait, oh, let me try that again. 55 divided by 25. What's going on? That's 2.2, right? Then I will take out of that 2.2. What do you say? Okay, it's 1 point. Why is it bringing different? This is correct, right? This is correct. Okay. So what else can we do? If I use this and I take just one, if I take two decimal places, all right, that means at the end of the day, I'll still need to approximate in order for me to get the right answer. Okay, let me pick 1.57. But if you pick everything completely, at the end of the day, your final answer will give you the right option without approximating at all. Like if you write everything completely like this, and then you add it with the decimal for 55 over 65, sorry, 63 rather. So you get the exact option. But if you round it off by saying, okay, let's say you pick two decimal places and then you keep using it like that, that means you are going to have what we call truncation error. So at the end of the day, you will not get the exact option. Let's say the correct answer to this question, let's say it is 40. So if you approximate, if you take this 1.57 alone and then you add it with the other decimal and then you divide it by, you try to use 100 to divide the result, you will not get that 40 exactly. You get something like 39.7. So you will now be the one to approximate it back to the exact result. But it being you've actually used the entire expression here, the entire value that you actually have here. Okay, and then you add it to the other fraction after converting to decimal, then you use 100 to divide the result, you will get that 40 on dot. So please take note. So it's not that you use, let's say we pick 1.57 and then we try 55 divided by 63, then we still have it as 0.87. So what is 0.87 plus 0.57? Are you guys following? We have 1.44. So then 100 divided by 1.44. What's going on? 100. Okay, it's 2.4. Okay, let me try that again. 55 divided by 35 is what? 1.57, right? Good. Now the other fraction was 55 divided by, is this 63? 0.87. So what is 1.57 plus 0.87? Okay, 2.44, right? This 2.44, good. Now what is 100? Remember that this is what we want to solve for. 110, okay? 110 divided by 2.44. Let me click this. So what is 110 divided by 2.44? Then I have 45.08. 45.08. So if you check the options, you will see, okay, the options are not here. Let me try to drag this up a little bit. So let's check the options, guys. Let's see. So the options that we actually have here states, where is it? It's up here. I can see 45, right? But our own final answer was 45.08, so you can just go with it. You are supposed to get 45 on dot without any remainder. Do you know the reason why? The reason is because we actually approximated during our solving, okay, which is wrong. You know, you should have taken all the digits. If I take all the digits, okay, and I decide to add it together with the second fraction after converting to decimal, and I use 110 to divide the result, I will get this 45 on dot. Okay, you see the fact that we've actually approximated. That's why we have what we call a truncation error. And that truncation error, this is what it means. The correct answer is 45, right? But our own answer here shows 45.08. If I remove that 45 from this, I'll get 0.081966721. So the error that you have actually made in your approximation is this 0.08196 blah blah blah. But that's not an issue. Shall just take note. The answer is 45 here. Okay, it's 45. Please take note. So is that clear, guys? Is it clear? You guys are not answering. No. What's going on? Okay. Okay, now let's move straight to the next question. That's number 13. I don't even know which one to cancel like this. Is it this or this? Okay, I know what to do. I'm seeing two boards here. Can't even get it from here. Oh god. Let me just cancel one. I know I'm not sure which one is this. Yes, all right. So guys, number 13. We have the average cost of 5 oranges and four. Which message is this? So for this question, I can let this one represent x, I can let this one represent y. This is simultaneous equation, what problem leading to simultaneous equation. All right. So if I let this represent x and I let this one represent y, so I can represent it as the average cost. Remember that we have average cost, and you know what average means? Average means mean, right? Okay, and what is the definition for mean? Sum of all items, sum of all items over number of items. Let's say the item I give you, or data, anything, you can call it anything. So let's say you have 2468 and you want to find the average of this data. Okay, it means sum all these things together. That is 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 divided by number of items. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now back to this. So if I let this represent x and I let this one represent y, so I can write it as 5 oranges, which is 5x. Okay, comma, and I also have 4y, right? So if I want to look for the average of these guys, just like what I've explained here, okay, that logic. So then that means I'm going to have the average cost now should be 5x plus 4y. So I'm not going to use 2. Please take note, don't use 2 because I'm not looking for the median. You can't just say 2 because I have 5 here, I have 4 here. They are all 9. Number of items, number of fruits there. Are they not 9? They are 9 numbers. That's the number of fruits. So I've been able to express this one as x and y. Okay, and the average cost of 5 oranges, which is 5x plus the other one, which is 4y divided by 9, is 39. So I'll put it to be equals to 39. So I'll do the same thing for the other one too. So we have another average cost. If this is the first average cost and this is the second average cost, we are going to have these are 7 oranges, that's 7x, plus the other one too, which is 8y, divided by. So I'll divide this one by what? I don't want to say it. I need to be sure that we are following. So I'll divide this one by what? Thank you, 15. That's very correct. That's 15. Equals to, thank you very much, equals to 48 naira. Okay. So I need to solve these two things simultaneously. And the funniest thing is, there is no shortcut to this guy. There is no shortcut. You have to do it this way, no matter what. That's just one thing about all this. So the one that will just, that I can easily solve in less than 10 seconds, 20 seconds are this kind of questions. This kind of question, yes, you can easily solve this one in less than something like this. But you see this one, you don't have choice than to show your workings, and then you have to be very, very fast. Okay, now this is what we have, and I need to solve this thing simultaneously. It will take a lot of time. It will take a lot of time. I'm very, very sure of that. But let's see. Looking at this, I need to drop one and cross multiply, right? And I'll do the same thing for this one, cross multiply. So if I do that now, for the first part, I'm going to have 5x plus 4y equals to what? This one here, we multiply 1, and I still have the same thing. And 36 times 9. What's 36 times 9, guys? Or should I just use the online calculator? What do you say? Is what? 3. Thank you. 324. Now that we have 324, what of the second equation for the second average cost? We have it as 7x, 7x plus 8y will multiply 1, and I'll still have the same thing. And then 15 times 48, what would that give us, guys? 720. Thank you. Now, can I solve this thing simultaneously? Yes. Okay, this is a simultaneous equation, and it's better you use. Our advice is to use elimination method. There are three methods of solving simultaneous equation. The first method is substitution method. The second one is elimination method, and then the third one is graphical method. Okay, so the best one to use is actually the elimination method. Though it's not just three methods. Okay, we have other methods too that you can use. That's the advanced part of it. You can actually use the row reduction method to solve this straight up. But one thing is, if I want to apply elimination method on this, I need to eliminate either X or Y. Because I can't solve for two things at a time, right? That means I need to kill one, I need to eliminate one, or I need to terminate one of the letters so that I can get the other one. That's what elimination method means. And then looking at it, 5x is there, 7x is there. If I add them, it will not eliminate. If I subtract, it will not terminate, right? What of these two? Same thing. 4y and 8y cannot terminate, right? So the highest thing that you can actually do is if I multiply this first one by 2. So this 4y will now become 8y. If I subtract the two equations, then y will what? We exit. That means y will not be there again. It becomes 0. Okay? So I'll just multiply this one by 2 and then maintain this one as 1. Or better still, if you want to follow the right method of elimination method, that means if I want to eliminate y, I'm going to consider the coefficient of y here. And the coefficient of y is 4. If the coefficient of y here is 4, I'll go straight to the other equation and then multiply it by 4. Then what is the coefficient of y in the second equation? 8. Now I'll go to the first equation and multiply this one by 8. The reason why I don't want to use these two things is because by the time I use this 3324 to multiply it, I will have a bigger value. And it will take a lot of time. Okay? Even though if you want to use the screen calculator, it will take a lot of time before you press 32. But what do you say? How many check? Yes. Exactly. That's what I wanted to use. So I was just trying to explain. That was the first explanation I made. Okay. So since I noticed that this is 8 now, and if I multiply this one by 2, then y should terminate. So just go ahead and multiply this one by 2 and this one by 1. But normally, we used to multiply this first equation by the coefficient of y that is here, and this one by the coefficient of, you multiply this equation 2 by the coefficient of y in equation 1. And so that's the right way, sha. But because I was able to look at this and but what if this is another? another number entirely, like 273. You can't easily detect 4 times what that will give you 273. So you can't easily detect. All right. So the highest thing that you need to do is to just use that 273 to multiply the first equation and then use this one to multiply 4. Then that should work. But let's just go ahead. This is 2, this is 1. So 5x times 2, that's 10x. And then 4y times 2, that's 8y, equals to 324 times 2. You see that it's very easy for you to multiply. Rather than multiplying it by 8. 324 times 2, just add this one. 4 plus 4, that's 8. This one is 4, this one is 6. Right? And then I still have 7x plus 8y times, whatever you have here, you multiply it by 1. 7x times 1 is 7x. Hope I'm not too fast. 7x, thank you. And 8y times 1 is 8y. 720 times 1 is 720. So from here, I can subtract the two equations. That is, use this to subtract this minus this minus this minus this. So 10x minus 7x, what would that give us? Just put the minus here, minus, minus. So 10x minus 7x, that's 3x. Okay, that's 3x. All right. Now 8y minus 8y, that's 0. So I don't have any other thing again. Equals to, what is 648? 648 minus 720. What would that give us, guys? 24. Is that 24? Okay, sorry, 70. That's what? 72. Thank you, minus 72. So then I'll divide both side by 3. And then I have x is equals to, can I divide this? Yes. I think it's a factor, so that should be minus what? 24. Thank you, that's minus 24. So if x is minus 24, what will be the value for y? So you can select any of this and then slot in the value for x into it. So which one should I use? Let me go with equation 1. All right. If I go with equation 1, 5x plus 4y equals to 324. Hey, God, what's going on here? 324. And then x is minus 24. Okay, x is already minus 24. So I substituted x as minus 24 here. Then plus this 4y equals to 324. So 5 times minus 24, that will give us what? 120 minus 120, right? Then plus 4y equals to 324. Now 4y is equals to 324. This one will go to the other side. That's plus 120. And then I have 4y is equals to 324 plus 120. That is 444. And dividing both side by 4 implies that y will be equals to 111. So y is 111, x is minus 24. So see, the main question now says, what is the total cost of 24 oranges and the other part, which is, I can represent this represents x, Abby, and I said this one was y. So what I want to solve for here now is 24x total, that's plus 24y. 24x plus 24y. Okay, so what is x? X is minus 24, right? Plus 24. What is y? 1, 1, 1. So if I open up this bracket, what will I get, guys? That's, can you multiply this? 5 some, okay, 576. Thank you. And then 24 times 11 should be 1,200 or something. Can you please come? 2, 220 or is it 220 or 224? It should be 224, right? 4 times 1 is 4, yeah. Yeah, that's 1,224. So if I add this together, what's minus 576 plus 1224 minus 576 minus, can this one, this cannot deal with minus. Oh. It's not even try it at all. It will not even show the minus. Can you see can you see that, guys? So but I'll just do 1224 minus 576. So what will be the final result, guys? Can you please tell me? 1224 minus 57. This thing means 1224 minus 576. And that's what? Yeah, yes. 24 times 111. Sure. Okay, it should be more than this, right? Okay. Okay, let me clean this. Thank you. Thank you. That should be what? 2664. And if I subtract this, I have 2088 naira, right? So this is final result. So how that is clear and option B is correct. Ah, come on, it's not easy. God, inside the exam hall. Oh God. All right. So is that clear, guys? It's long. Yeah, we don't have choice. Yeah, go ahead, please. No, you have 5 of x. This represents x and this represents y. So 5x plus 5y divided by the number of items. I have 5 of this, 4 of this. They are just 9 in numbers. So I have to over 9. Okay? Is that clear? The denominator, what we have down here. Exactly. For the it's average. That's average. That's average. But that's how we deal with average now. It's as if you have this thing means 5 oranges means I have x one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Abi, continue again. I also have another y in 4 places. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So if I ask you to find the average of these guys, what will you do? What will be the average means mean, right? What is the mean of these guys? Is it not x plus x plus x plus x plus x plus y plus y plus y plus y? All divided by, you count the number of items that you have here. How many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, how many? 5. It should be 9, right? That should be, okay, just 6. This one is not there. So it should be over 9, right? Do you understand? Do you understand this now? Or you still want me to break it down? Can you hear me? Are you still there? Are you still there? Can you hear me? Hey, guys, you know what? It's because let me try to play this. If you want to do it in a normal way for it to let me just do it in a normal way so that you understand. If I let this orange represent X and the other one should represent Y, if I want to interpret this thing alone, it means I have the first orange like this. Is this not the first orange? Or you want to use O? Let me break it down. Orange one, another orange two, another orange three, orange four, orange five, and the rest. I have 4 of this, right? Is this not? Hey, who is that, please? So, guys, I've been able to interpret this one alone. This is not what we have. This is what we have here, right? And it means 5 oranges and the other part, right? So, if I want to find the average of this, what does average means? Average means average means mean. And how do you find mean of all these guys here? How can you find the mean of all this? Remember that we used to add everything together. We need to add all these things together, which is orange plus orange. You add it up to like 5 times, and then you add this one to like 5 times. Okay, 4 times rather. That's 4 of it. Then all divided by the number of items. So you count them. How many are they? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Over 9. And that's what we have actually done here. Because if I add all this one, 0 plus 0, sorry, orange plus orange in 5 places, is that not 5 oranges? So I don't want to use O. That's why I call it X. Like, you understand now? Well, this thing looks like 50 now. I didn't have used orange, X as orange now. This would be 5x. And the same thing, y plus y plus y plus y. Is that not 4y? Over 9. You still come back to this. So is that clear, guys? Is it clear? Have I been able to explain that? Is it clear now? I need somebody to answer me, please. So I've been able to break it down. That is just how it's going to work. So there's nothing special there. So number 14 is very easy to deal with. I don't know. You guys still remember prime numbers, right? If I ask what are prime numbers, can you tell me? List out all the prime numbers that you know starting from zero. Yeah, guys, I'm listening. One, Abby. Yay. Are you sure one is a prime number? Okay, what of two? Hey, God. Let's come again. Okay, prime number start from what, guys? Can you tell me? Prime number start from what? Two. Thank you. Please always take notes. Prime number start from two. Then the next prime number is 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. You see, all these numbers that you have here, they can only be divided, they can only divide itself and one. They can only divide itself by and one. You know, two can only divide two to have one. Three divide three, you have one. Five divide five, you have one. But one thing is, you can't look for two values to multiply that will give you this result. Never. Look for two things to multiply. It can never give you this result. This result that I hear can never get this result. That's just what prime numbers mean. If I say that, let's say, if you say that 9 is a prime number, then you are wrong. Because 3 times 3 will give me 9. So 9 is not a prime number. If I say that, let's say, if you decide to say that 27 is a prime number, then you are wrong. 27 can never be a prime number because 9 times 3 is 27. But you see all these numbers that are here, you can't look for two things to multiply that will give you any of these numbers. Can you try it? Can you look for two things to multiply? I mean, two whole numbers that you multiply together that will give you this 7. It's not possible. It's not possible. Okay, so that's just how to detect prime numbers. Is that clear, guys? But always take we start from 2. So the only thing that you can actually have is that same number multiplying 1. Okay, that's just it. But now let's look at this question. Below are the 90th okay, 90th true, 90th true, 99th prime numbers. Okay, this one is the 91st position, 92nd position, and they have 93. This position for 94, position for 95, position for 96, position for 97, position for 98, and the last part, position for 99. So all these numbers that you are seeing here, they are all prime numbers. Take note. 463, 463 is a prime number. Okay, you can't look for two things that will give you 463. It's not possible. Up to this point, and which is the 99th prime number. So they now ask us to look for the 100th prime number, which is the next one. So what is the next prime number that comes after 523? So now let me ask you guys, is 524 a prime number? Yes or no? No, it's not, right? So I can't put 524 here because 2 can actually be, this is an even number, so I can use 2 to divide it, okay? And then use 2 to multiply that division. That's all. What of 525? Is 525 a prime number? Yes or no? No. I can divide by 5 now. It's divisible by 5, so I can't take 5 to 5. What of 526? 526 is an even number. This one can actually is so but it's not a prime number, right? What of 527? 527 is a prime number. It's a prime number. It's a prime number. It's a prime number. You can't look for two things that will give you. Yeah, it's a prime number. So that should be the next one. And that's 527. That's how they arrive at this option A. So is that clear, guys? Is that clear? Now let's move straight to the next one. Okay. Prime numbers. How will I explain this prime number? How can I break it down? Can anyone break it down for us? Or let me just try. You see this 463. 463 is a prime number because if I try to divide this 463 by 2, okay, it's going to give me a decimal number. That is the division. I'll be left with a remainder, right? I'll be left with a particular remainder, right? What of 467? Same thing. Either you divide it by 2, or you divide it by 3, or by 4, or 5, or any other number. You still be left with a remainder. Okay? Now, we want to look for the next prime number after this. So I decided to take 524. The next number after this thing should be 524. So I'm now asking, is 524 a prime number? Because the number I want to put here must be a prime number. Now I'm now asking, if is 524 a prime number? Absolutely no. Do you know why? Because if I use this 524 to divide 2, I'm going to have a final result without remainder. And that is not what prime number. Prime number will always leave a remainder. That's it. Okay? This 5 to this 524 I can divide by 2, and I will just get I will just get a particular final answer from there. Okay, that is 2 is a factor of 5 to 4. What of 5 to 5? Is 5 to 5 a prime number? Absolutely no. Do you know why? Because this 5 to 5, I can divide by 5, and then the final result will be in whole number without leaving any remainder. So I'm looking for a particular value such that if I divide it by anything, okay, and I notice that um, I have a final result, and that final result has a remainder, then I can just take it as a prime number from there. So this 5 to 6, there exists a particular number that I can use. I can use 2 or I use 4, depending if it's a factor. If I use 2, I'm going to have the final result without leaving any remainder. Okay, but what of 5 to 7? For this 5 to 7 now, in order for me to explain it clearly, I'll use the online calculator now. See this 5 to 7, I'll divide it by 2. It's decimal. So you see, 5 to 7 divided by 3 is still decimal. 5 to 4, 5 to 7, yeah, divided by 4. I'll still be left with the remainder, which is decimal, right? And if I keep doing it that way, I will keep getting a particular remainder for it. But let's say I pick 5 to 5, and I divide it by 5. You see, I have just a whole number without leaving any remainder. If I pick 5 to 4, like I've said, and I divide it by 2, you still be left with the remainder. You left with just, you only have a whole number without remainder. Okay, but that 5 to 7 is a prime number itself. It's a prime number. Okay, if you divide it by anything, no matter how it is, you can never get a whole number. So is that clear now? Is that clear? Have I been able to answer your question? Hello, can you guys hear me? Okay, so let me just take the last part, which is number 15. For this number 15, P is given to us as this. And we have Q as A, E, I, U. Let me clear this first. This is a set. This question is based on set, all right? I have P to be equals to A, E, I, O, U. And then set Q is given to us as A, E, I, U. So do you know what this thing means? This thing that they asked us to look for. What is this? This U means union, and union means you need to write out all the elements that you have in P and Q without repetition. That's what union means. You're going to write all the elements here together, all the elements that you have in P and Q without repetition. Okay, and that means if I write out all the elements from P now, that's A, E, I, O, U, and I want to continue by writing this. If I add this to it, if I write A, that means I've repeated A, and the concept is I must not repeat any value, any data sets from the information given to us. Okay, so I can't repeat this A again, and I can't repeat E again, or even though if you repeat it, no problem. This is what you have as union, but without repetition, this A and A you have to take one. Okay, so that's just it. So I'll still have it as A, E, I, O, U, and that is option C. Is that clear now, guys? This is very, very simple now. Okay, can you guys hear me? But what if you want to find intersection? N means intersection. Intersection simply means the element that exists in both sets. Okay, the element that you can actually see here, and at the same time you can see it in the other set. Okay, so can I list them out? Yes, I can see A here. A is here. So there's an intersection between the two sets, which is set A. I can also see another intersection, which is set E, element I, and element U. So P intersection Q now should be A, E, I, U, A, no. This is how to find intersection. Now let me quickly use that opportunity to add more to this. There are sometimes you might not see P U Q. What of P minus Q? What does P minus Q means? This is we call this thing set difference. To look for P minus Q, it means let me use this as an example. If I write 4 minus 2, and I want you to interpret this using English words, then I can say subtract 2 from 4. That's what it means. Or you say remove 2 from 4. Or I use another word. I can say delete 2 from 4. This is what it means. Count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now delete 2. 1, 2. What do I have left? 2. Okay. So the same thing is applicable here. P minus Q means delete the element you have in Q from P such that whatever you have left in P is your final answer. Just like what I've done here. Please, can you mute? Can you mute, please? Who is that? Can you please mute? Who is that? I can't even. Can I mute this person? Mr. Ahmed, can you please mute? Can you hear me? I can't even mute the person. Okay. Thank you. Now, guys, I said if you have 4 minus 2, it means subtract 2 from 4. If I count 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which means delete 2 from 4. If I delete 2, 1, 2, what I have left here is my final answer. And I took this final answer from this part here, right? So the same thing is applicable here. This P minus Q means delete all the elements that you have in Q from P such that whatever you have left in P will give you the final result. So now let's try. Let me pick another color for this. So this is A. Delete A from P. Just like the way I delete this one. Okay? I've deleted A and A. Delete E. I can see you have deleted it. Delete this one too. Delete this one too. So what do you have left in element P? What do you have left, guys? I have 0 left. This O, not 0, O. So guys, P minus Q is this element, which is O. And this element here, since it's just one element that we have there, we call it is a singleton set. This is a singleton set. So do you guys understand that? Or do you still want me to try another example? So the case if you come across subtraction, no, because I don't really trust those guys. Here we have unions, we might end up seeing subtraction. So is this clear, guys? Do you understand? Can you guys hear me? Okay, so I've been able to achieve the main objective for today's lesson. So I promised to solve um, question number 10 up to question number 15. So let's see. I'm coming. Let's hold on, please. Let me try to drag this. I think that's the end for this lesson. So let me check the next page and see what we have to do next. So like I said, I'm going to drop the solution to the remaining questions. All right, take notes, please. So we have question number 12, sorry, 16, 17. See, the questions say are not even smiling. They're just what problems, what problems. Okay, no, we will try our best, Cha. So that's basically all for now. So the last thing that we are going to do before we end this lesson is the abstract reasoning. So I want us to look into it together. So let's see. That should be on page what? Let me just pick it up for me. So, guys, do you have any question? Do you have any question? We've come to the end of the QR section. So, feel free to ask question or any suggestion, please. If you have any suggestion, please feel free to talk. You can unmute and then speak. All right? Please go ahead. I can hear you. Guys, any suggestion, any comment? I'm waiting. On. No comment. Okay, any question? Any question? What do you say? English is left. It's left to us now. I'm coming. Let me even check the English part. I can see is verbal reasoning now, and it's like all these just like all this verbal reasoning that we are doing in doing our primary school level or our basic school level. I think I saw it somewhere. That should let me just open the verbal reasoning. Let's say it was like is there this verbal reasoning part. Let's say it was like it's not like English. I think is there one that don't put it there? I'm not sure. So for this verbal reasoning now, let me check the next page. It says, let me read the instruction first. 30 questions will be drawn from this section. Okay, 300 of this past verbal reasoning question. You should pick 30 questions and manually set your. Okay, let's see. So see how the question looks like. Let me zoom it. So you see, it's not like English like this. It's just like something that we've done during you remember something like this now. You arrange this, arrange the word given below in a meaningful sequence. You have caste, family, newly married couple, you have clan and species. So you need to arrange this. So I think which one should come first? Three come first. Newly married couples. Then followed by family. They form a family. Then you have the caste, then clan, and then they have their species. This is just what I noticed about the verbal reasoning. Car is to engine, as robot is to. So we are going to do this on our own. Let's just do it on a personal level. The major thing is the QR section. So it's that levels. Do you understand my point now? So I'm not going to touch all this. So let's just read this on our own. All right. So that's just it. Let me try to zoom out. So remember that I want to check for the abstract reason. How many minutes do you have left? 4 minutes, right? Got 7 minutes. So we are going to round up. So we are going to stop by 10 something, maybe 10:05. Once it ends, I think that should be the end of the lesson for today. So there is no 10 to 11. I beg. I want to go and sleep. So now let me quickly check the abstract reasoning. Let's answer some questions. Where is it? Is it this one? Yes, this is it here. So guys, from our previous lesson, we were able to provide answer to this. Remember, we've already answered this part. Let me zoom it. We were able to answer this part, but the major thing is for this one, we got the pattern for this at symbol. That is at the first position in the next pause is at the last position. In the next pause, go back to first and then go back to last. So that means for this first box, you should be at the last. Then it's come to the first. So if at symbol should be at the last, then that should be either option A or B. So option C is out of it, D is out of it, and E is out of it. So now let's say you're inside that exam one, and then you've been able to unlock one code, and you know that your final answer will fall between A and B. So guys, what do you suggest? I will suggest that you time yourself. If you know that you spent more than 1 minute, just pick any of it because you don't have enough time. But at least you've tried your best. You're able to you're able to cut out this option C, D, and E. But you know that you have two choices left. So you can, if you know that you spend more than 1 minute trying to think and you are finding it very difficult to decode the pattern, just go for anyone. Okay, since you have been able to. So it's not that you have to find all these to be sure that okay, I've gotten the one for art. So what's happening to the rest? So if you waste time trying to think, before you know it, you spend up to 5 minutes if you are not careful. Okay. So guys, I still don't know the right solution to this. So I don't know if anyone is. Do we have anyone here that can actually explain this? The only thing I was able to unlock was the art. So I was finding it very difficult to get the pattern for this ampersand symbol and this percentage symbol and this dollar sign. So can anyone explain this? Or do you know the final answer to this question? Though the right answer should be A or B. So maybe you can just think, just look at it. I need to fall between A or B. This is the abstract reasoning. Abstract. Abstract. This for abstract reasoning. Can you hear me? No, we have different section. Okay, are you sure it's three stage? Okay, we have the QR. I'm very sure this one will be there. I'm very sure this one will be there. This is the main test. This is the main reasoning among all of them. I'm very sure this one will be there. It should be there. This one they call it space A, but Darknet said the answer is B. And the reason is state. I think they say it's B. Though the answer is not here. That means if you want to check the answer, you have to open the other PDF I showed you guys earlier. Okay. Darknet test P. They select B. And from the reason, they only gave the hint for hearts. I did not see the reason for the rest. They don't even state it. But it shows B. The answer is B. Please take notes. In the case if you see the same thing, just take notes. And let's see the next part. For the next question, um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But all I just know is that we have we have question bank for these things. Question bank, like this one now is just 30. We only have 30 questions here. This question two, they're up to 30. What I notice is that from that Dragnet past question, there are more than 30. They're even up to 600. Sorry, there are more than 100 questions there. I think there are more than 100 questions. So the major thing is just try to practice more. That's it. Exactly. So I don't know which one they are going to pick from. I don't know. So let's see this. For this one here, let me try to zoom this. I think I've been able to explain this one now. Imagine this one there, this one. If you're not careful, you will not get it. Until you waste the 1 minute, 2 minutes, you will not get it. This is one circle, right? This is two circles. So in your own mind, you might think this one should be three circles. So if this one is three circles bonded together, then this one should be four. But whereas it is eight. So can you tell me what has actually happened there? I can easily detect. This one is as if we have, and the time is already going on. So I was able to apply the concept of index to it. Index. Index means indices, like power, or you call it exponent. So this one means 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 2, like the bonds should be in this form. 2 to the power of 3, 2 to the power of 4. So 2 to the power of 0, any 2 to the power of 0 should be 1. So you're expected to have just one circles. So the bond here should be 2 to the power of 1, which is 2. And that's why we have two bonds. Here in this case, 2 to the power of 2 is 4. So I'm expected to have four bonds here. Four bonds. Right? This one is 8. 2 to the power of 3 means 2 times 2 times 2 times. Sorry, 2 in 3 places. And that's 8. Can you see that it is 8? You have 8 bonds here. Right? And then we have 16 bonds, which is correct. So now that means in order for me to delete some options here, I know that I am expected to have four bonds here, which is either option A or B. That means this one is out of it, three bonds. Hey God, this one too is part of the options. Can you guys hear me? So now this out of it. Okay, okay, yes, yes, because of this Abi. So why is A correct? Why is A correct? I have how many here? One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four. Yes, did you get that logic? One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four. One, two, three. One, two. Hey, this thing has ended. Fuck. So can you please confirm if you can see my screen? Can you guys see my screen now? Okay. So I think somebody said the answer should be A. And what I noticed was that we have okay, the separation in this box. I think we have eight of them. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four, five. Five separations. Here I have one, two, three, four. Four separation. This is five. This is four separation. Now this one should be three separations. This one should be two. That's one, two. Like bundles. Five bundle, four bundles. One, two, three, four. Three bundles, two bundles, then one bundle. Right? So I'm instead to have three bundles here, and that is between A and B now. I can't have two bundles. I will go for this three bundles. So you see that this abstract reasoning, you go for in order for you to even think, before you can even detect, or before you can actually unlock one particular code from here, but you have to think deeply. Deeply. It's very, very difficult. I will not lie. And this one is even more. This one is more difficult than the math. More difficult because you look at it like this, you don't see anything. You will not see anything. Sometimes you can even look at this for like 5 minutes, you will not detect anything. Okay, so but one thing is the more you solve more problems, the more you get used to it. That's it. For this one now, looking at this question four, can you detect? Can you detect what you are going to do? Can you unlock anything? If I decide not to talk at all, though looking at it, I've been able to detect. I noticed one thing, Shaba, but I will not say it. So I need guys to think. Just think. Look at this box. Like, what do you think? What can you actually suggest? What were you able to? What are the things that you can actually decode from here? Anybody? Well, let me just go ahead and. So what I noticed from here, guys, what I noticed is that I can see triangle. So I noticed that this thing is based on something called polygons. I noticed this thing is based on polygons. Like what I have inside this square box is based on polygons. But I can see triangle. In math, polygons start from triangle, all right, and then we have quadrilateral. Okay, then we have quadrilateral can either be square, rectangle, kite, trapezium, parallelogram, and so on. So triangle has three sides. Quadrilateral has four sides. Okay, then we have the pentagon, which is how many sides? Five sides. Hexagon, six sides. Heptagon, seven sides. Okay, octagon, eight sides. Nonagon, nine sides. And decagon, which is 10 sides. So now I can easily decode this. This is triangle. This is pentagon. How do I know this is pentagon? Because it has five sides. One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five, six. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So I've been able to decode one particular thing from here. Okay. So which is if I have three sides here, I'm expected to have how many sides here? Four sides. So it's either it is square or I have rectangle or so. So looking at it, so I should have a square. And these people they are very, very wicked. They decide to put square here, they put the square here, and they put the square here. Now I have something inside these shapes. So can I detect what can I detect from here? We have three circles. Now I have two circles. So I think this I can't really think of any other thing again. Oh, guys, help me out. Help me out. Oh. Should be D. Why? Can you explain? Okay, okay, yes, yes, okay. Okay, wait, this is one, two, three, four. Is that what you mean? Or three sides, but we know this one does not have any sides, right? Because it's circle. Okay, and this um I can't really hear you clearly. I don't know. Your microphone. I can't really hear you clearly. So you said the correct answer is E, right? Is it D or E? D, right? Okay, okay. So let me try and confirm. You can mute, please. You can mute, please. Let me try to confirm. Please, you can mute your microphone, please. So I have the diagnosis test, which is page 622. So let me confirm if it is D. 622. Okay, thank you. So I think this is the exact question. Wow, that's D. I'm a UP scholar. That's nice. Okay, that's correct. Let's see the next question. Let's see. That's for question four. And for five, do I still have five here? No. Let me check the next page. So I just, what do you say? Can I? Same here too. I did not get it, but I can still. I think I understand what she was trying to say. She said this one does not have, but our microphone is not that. Okay, okay. Let the other person explain. Let the other lady explain. Please go ahead. Thank you. You can mute. You can mute, please. You guys should mute.